Hello, I Gurmeet Singh welcome you to CREATA classes. In this lecture, we will cover exercise 13.1, question number 8, chapter statistics for class 10th student. So this is the question. Firstly, let's observe the question. Observing the question is very important. Okay. This question is slightly different as compared to the other questions we have done. So pay some special attention to this question. So firstly, let's observe the question. In this question, a data is given related to the number of absentees of the student. In the first row, the number of days or the number of absent days is given, and in the second row, we are having the number of student. For example, if you talk about this column, 11 students are absent from 0 to 6 days. Next, the 10 students are absent in the range of 6 to 10 days. On the extreme right, only one student who is absent from 38 to 40 days, which is, I think, extremely large, maybe having some circumstances. Okay, so this observing of the question is very important. Further, if you observe the range, the first step in these type of questions or the question related to mean is observing the range. In the previous question, I think question number 4 or 5, we have observed that we are having the gap between the ranges. So what we have done, we have increased and decreased the range. In this question, we are having something unusual with our range. So firstly, let's identify what is this unusual with our range. But before that, let's convert all the rows to the column. This is important so that we can visualize the question and compare it with all the previous questions. Here this is the rows and this is the number of students, which is the frequency. Here if you observe all the ranges are not symmetrical. That is, the range, the upper range to lower range is not same for all the rows. From 0 to 6 we are having total 6 numbers. But if you observe the second row, 6 to 10, we are having 4 numbers. Further, this fourth row, 14 to 20, we are having 6 numbers. So for each row, we are having different range. The range is varying from rows to row. So what is the effect on our calculation or our use of the formula? Think, you can pause the video and think what will this impact on our formula or how we have to change our strategy. This thinking is very important. It will give you a new dimension of thinking and it will also help you in the mid of the examination. So do not just skip this thinking part. Just pause the video, take some time and think. Okay, it will be really helpful. So pause the video. So welcome back. Hope you got the answer. What will this impact on our formula or the calculation? We are having three different methods to calculate the mean: the direct method, the assumed mean method, and the step deviation method. This difference in the range will not impact the direct method and the assumed mean method, but it will impact our step deviation method. Why? If you observe the method or the formula of the step deviation method, we are having h, which is the class size. And what is the class size? Class size is the difference in the range. The upper range minus lower range will give us the class size. Class size in the first row it is 6. The class size in the second row it is 4. In the third row it is again 4. In the fourth row it is 6. So basically our class size, that is h, it is varying from rows to row. So we are not having the common class size, which is the value of h. So this formula, this method of step deviation method, we cannot use because we are not having the same value of h. We cannot apply the formula, we cannot apply this method. Got it? But we are open to use the direct method as well as we are open to use the assumed mean method. The answer using both the method will be same. Got it? So this is the understanding that you should have. Okay? So whenever you are having the question related to mean, observing the range is very important. It will give you the next step that you have to take down. So let's take this question. The first column it is range. The second column we are having the number of students, which is the frequency. So what is the next step? Our next step is to calculate xi. And how we calculate xi? We find the midpoint of the range. 0 to 6, our first row, the midpoint it will be 3. By looking at the range, you can identify the midpoint is 3, or you can use the formula, the lower range plus upper range upon 2, 0 plus 6 upon 2, it is 3. Similarly, 6 to 10, 6 plus 10 upon 2, it is 8. 10 to 14, the midpoint, it is 12. 14 to 20, the midpoint, it is 7. Further 24, 33 and 39. You can use the formula or you can directly identify the midpoint. Got it? No issue? Next step. Now we are having two options, either to go with the direct method or we can go with the assumed mean method. It is up to you, whichever method you find convenient you can use, the answer will remain the same. Okay, here we will go with the direct method in which we have to calculate fi into xi. So let's add one more column, fi into xi. Let's multiply fi and xi. 11 into 3 it is 33, 10 into 8 it is 80, 7 into 12 it is 84. Similarly we got 68, 96, 99 and 39. What we have done, we have simply multiplied fi and xi for all the rows. Let's add all the values of fi into xi. We got sigma fi xi as 499. Also, let's add all the values of fi, which is 40. The 40 number of students, the data is already given in the question. So let's apply the formula of the direct method. Let's put the value, let's solve it. We got the mean as 12.48. That is the answer. The mean number of days a student was absent is 12.48 days. So students, we have done with this lecture. Hope you have enjoyed the lecture. If so, please like, share and subscribe. And also check out the description for various resources related to class 10th, like the continuing lecture, the lectures related to other topics, and the PDF of the formula list. All this in the description, check it out. So that's it for this lecture. Thank you very much for being with CREATA Classes. Have a great day. Bye for now.